everyone, this is Allison Gross, and welcome back to Let's Play Ultima 3. So, my bad, when I was watching my previous videos, I found out that no, it actually does tell you what you're viewing. And you're actually viewing the magic helm? You know, fuck if I know how that's supposed to work, but apparently that's what's happening. So it's not a gem of any color. It just happens to be gems in later games. Dude. So anyway, we know what those are. You know, from what I gather from, like, shit that Lord British does in these earlier games, I'm guessing that a wide variety of these items are, like, worthless. And you just put them in there to confuse us. Some of them I think are probably going to be used for space travel. You guys can't get to me, so you suck like that. You know, I have plenty of boats in this world, so I should go sail around a different world. Hey, dude. I should also go to the weapons shop, and I think I'm gonna... Oh, hi there. Find out how much power armor is and how much a phaser is. So I just want to share this thing with you. He has this thing where he breaks down, it's sort of like a tutorial, like a text tutorial, but it's amusing. So he starts off, you know, what you see, when your player screen appears, you see your character in the center of a landscape. Use the movement keys to wander around the map. I'm gonna kill this guy using my boat, because it's better that way. Fire. Don't wander far yet. Your character is apt to be very strong, and you have no weapons or armor. And it tells you about hits and food. Proceed if you use that. Endurance of fight and food. Your number of hits represents the number of hits you can take in battle and survive. Monsters vary in strength, and you increase your hit stockpile by various numbers of points. Is this the weapon, the armor shop over here? No, this is the pub. I am going to want to come back here and talk to these guys again, but not quite yet. I want to check out weapons and armor options first. Now, number next to food represents just that and works rather like a fuel supply. Okay, what are you over here? This is weapons. I could buy a phaser, but I don't want to do that yet because I'm going to have to give a ton of shit to the guy at the Hotel California before I can hope to wield it, so... no. This must be the armor shop up here. A little bit dwindles away with each turn whether you do anything or not. And also dwindles away, as we found, when you're fighting monsters. Holy shit, okay. Goodbye. Lots more monster whacking is in order. So, we're just gonna be killing a ton of monsters now. I will try to find ways to make this interesting. But yeah, your food dwindles away even if you're doing something that would normally prevent you from eating, like being in the middle of combat. Dude, where are all the monsters? This is stupid. Either hits or food reach 0, you're out of luck. It can be replenished, but you must discover how to accomplish that. Yeah, by paying, like, extortion money to LB. There's an orc. I'm not getting a lot of monsters here. This is annoying. Food is pretty easy to replace. All it takes is money to buy it and a store that sells it. In some Ultima games, one or both of those things are not easy. Look for food stands in villages. And I suppose I could, like, say, go into a tower to look for monsters, but then I would have to use my weapon as opposed to a cannon, and that's not so cool. What you get. The third line, experience, increases as you fight. Every encounter has a potential to add to your experience, and most do. Oh hey, there's a thief. And there's another thief. Thank you. Occasionally you'll take out a foe who's a real wimp and get no experience from it, though. I'd like to take on anybody right now, except I can't find anything. Dude, this is annoying. This place used to be, like, crawling with monsters. Maybe I should go to... Oh, hi there. I should go to the aftermath or something. There seem to be a lot of monsters there. The amount of experience determines your character level, it's shown at the top of the Z screen. I like how it doesn't, however, tell us what levels are good for, which we haven't seen... Oh, hi. Any evidence of that yet. Gold, the final line shows, guess what? How rich you are. Not very. Thanks, LB. You can make more gold by fighting and winning. In this case, in which case you get whatever your opponent was carrying, and by picking up chests in dungeons and towers. There are plenty of ways to spend gold. The first is the one that you need to indulge in right now. Oh, hi. So it still doesn't explain how, like, things like, say, sea serpents provide you with gold. Not only how are they carrying it, but how does it not fall into the water when you kill them? First quest, arms and armor. At least they're not talking about armament all the time like they do in Ultima 9 without knowing what it actually means. Person key in the world will magically reappear because we're, like, supposedly you're in Zats the whole time. This is, ooh, hey, look at you guys. Well, there's only actually 2 of you. Did you notice a town nearby where you roamed before? They're talking about Town Linda, this town right up here. Looks kind of like a clover leaf. Head straight for it and enter. You need weapons and armor if you are to survive at all. There are plenty of others eager for a share of your gold, so be on guard against your appetites. You can't afford much more than you need. Does that mean I shouldn't go, like, gorge myself on quarter pounders at McDonald's? Though actually there's no food store in Linda, so. Hello there. Getting to know the natives. Did you run into any monsters outside? They don't care about your motives. They attack and you must fight them. Or just blast them to bits with your cannon. That works much better. Like we're doing now, or let's see, trying to do now, but this area seems to be a bit short on monsters. Oh, hi. You're in pain. How do I get to this other... Oh, he's stuck behind the time door. I suppose I should go off this way then. We still have a decent number of hits. In town, you may see some of the same monsters as well. I don't want to go into that door. Get out of the way, cursor. Stop! Get... What? Oh, it's... Ugh. Oh, you can't fire. Stop that. As well as various other people. They seldom attack in town unless you do something you shouldn't. But just now, you're not strong enough. Okay, he's following me down this way. This goes down to South America, where that time door that I want is. If I'm not, like, standing on the time door, I better move over here. Okay. I know that I found a boat in this world, too, but... I don't remember where I left it. I better go this way. Oh, hey. Oh, hey! Alright, fine. That's enough boats for now. Let's see if there are more monsters here. Shh! That island is a little bit overcrowded, guys. Instead of fighting, talk to townspeople. Let's enter it just as you were moving that way, and the creature will respond if it can and choose to. Only rare orcs have the power of speech. If you attack in town, the guards will come after you. Yes, we found out about that. In an unpleasant manner. A lot of people you meet will say what is whatever is the popular response in the crowd these days. Now and then someone will break away from their crowd and reveal something extremely useful. Without these bits of information, you won't get far in Ultima 2, and you certainly won't win, so talk to everybody, put up with the bores to find the gems. Is there anybody on any of these islands? Oh, there's this guy, so that's good. On the town, learn to make your way around the land and then through time. How is that about towns? Seek out towns, villages, and castles and talk to everyone. Pay attention to the items you get from the monsters you overcome. Look at your Zats often. Yeah, we need to get into that. I already was on that. Well, I'm not as on it as I could be. Learn where to get food and hit points and figure out the best places and methods for getting the most money. The best method for getting the most money is just to blast everything with my cannon. As you gather tactical information become reasonably comfortable with your environment, you'll begin to picking up clues about your quest. Your purpose is to learn how to fulfill your quest and then do what is required. Gee, thanks. You really needed to tell us that. The ultimate object to your quest is explained in the story of Minax. Yes. Hi, guys. Then it talks about outer space, which we're not going to read because we haven't done anything with space yet. Wow, there's a lot of swamps in the south of Africa in the future. Reincarnation. If you are killed, either in space or on Earth, don't despair. You can be reborn right where you were when you last saved the game with all of your attributes, money, and belongings. That's not true. They took, like, all of my gold when I got killed. Dumbass. Oh no, this is like, it's saying if you reboot it. As opposed to letting them... Oh, I guess they don't resurrect you. You just have to restore your saved game, which is okay anyway, but... Oh, there's the red square over there. Time travel. We read that part already. Oh. Did you know the natives? Okay. Transacting is also how you communicate with shopkeepers and make purchases. Yes. Most such transactions are self-evident, but if you use abbreviations for products, then you might need clarification. So it's time to identify weapons and armor, and then let's meet in the pub. Choose your poison. Weapons dealer will ask you to choose between dagger, mace, axe, bow, sword, great sword, light sword, and phaser. Each is more effective than the one before it, and more expensive too, yes. Be careful because at first you aren't apt to be agile enough to wield anything larger than an axe, as we found out. God damn it, this place seems to be low on monsters too. Now there's somebody. The armor you can buy leather, chain plate, and the magical reflect and power armors. You may as well wear your new armor and ready your new weapon right away. Be prepared. There is one weapon you cannot buy, you must earn it. It is the magical quicksword and Ilno. Which is, like, in my opinion, giving away way too much about the game by putting that in the manual here. But, you know, whatever. Lord British decided he wanted to do that, so... Wizards and clerics are probably smarter to wait a few turns before purchasing spells, because they need armor and weapons too. When your character can afford them, you can refer to the magic spells given in the command list. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying about playing a magic character is not useful in this game, because you still have to go around and fight things in the overworld just like everybody else. And not only do you have crappier stats for doing that because you put more stuff into your spell stats, or you got bonuses for your spell stats, or whatever. There's also the fact that even if you would be inclined to purchase spells, you can't even do it because you have to spend your money on weapons and armor just like everybody else. List to decipher what's being offered in the magic store. The pub and its proprietors. Oh, we've read this part because when we went to the pub before. Oh, there's a wizard. He might be useful. And he gives us wands and staves. I don't know what good that is. In the Maelstrom, armed and shielded, you're ready to venture into the countryside. Chances are you'll meet a monster or two in your travels. You know, wouldn't that be nice? I'd like to meet some monsters. Or rather, I'd like them to meet my ship cannons. But that just really doesn't seem to be super feasible right now. Well, I have all of these boats, but... Don't wait! Attack! If only I had something to attack! Oh, that orc just appeared out of nowhere. There are no friendly wayfarers in the countryside. There's some timing to work on in battle, blah blah blah. Pay attention. Then, if you miss the turn, in that all you get for it is a message you can't go that way, blah blah blah. Keep an eye on your hit points. Oh, there's a demon over here. If you're getting nervous during a fight, try to guide the monster towards a time door so you can disappear through it. Sometimes you can avoid monsters too, although fighting them and winning is essential for raising experience and cash. What the fuck do we need experience for? Monsters always make a beeline for you. Keep that in mind, and you can often lead them into spots where they can't get at you. Yes. Or they get stuck behind mountains and you have to try to guide them out from behind the mountains, like we've had to do in a number of situations. Oh, hi. There's an orc up there, so we'll be heading up there next. Take warning. No matter how strong you become, there will always be some monsters impervious to your attacks. Well, that's not very useful. They may be ferociously terrible creatures, or they may be ineffective orcs. When you meet an orc, try to transact and defend yourself if you must. These lonely individual creatures are mutants of Minax's evil, doomed to continue their miserable lives forever. Wait, I'm really confused now. Are you saying we should, like, try to talk to, like, random orcs in the countryside? Because you just said we shouldn't try to do that. And are you saying there's, like, random orcs that are just immune? Like... I don't... Oh, dude. Anyway, we're running a little bit short on time, so I'm gonna quit, or save, and cut the video off here. Till next time, bye!